Sup squad, it's a noisy day out here, but this is like my first official vlog where I'm out talking inanimate objects out in the public. But y'all are not inanimate objects, y'all are awesome NoLimitSquad subscribers. So I'm gonna take y'all through Harrisburg real quick. I wanted to do this video to kind of show you guys like where I was, my mindset when I first got the Isochain. So let me not get run over by this car here. I don't know if I told y'all, I ride motorcycles. I have a Suzuki Katana 2020. Last year I was right here at this Aruga's out in Harrisburg, right here sitting with some friends at a bike. In this chair, I was so hesitant to press the button. I mean, it was in the middle of lockdown, and you know, as a personal trainer, all the gyms were shut down. So I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? I don't know when my next client's gonna come through. I had my clients taken down by 90%, so I only had 10 hours of personal training left. So I'm just chilling right here, and I'm like, yo, do I buy this product or not? So I go ahead and buy it, and I'm like, yo, that's $4.99. So I don't even know whether that was the right thing to do with only 10% of my clients that I'm training. I'm like, oh my God, do I press this button? Do I press this button? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna press. So I pressed it, and I'm like, oh man, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I did end up purchasing it. That was June something of 2020. And so now fast forward, it's October, it's almost November. So it's been about almost 18 months since I bought it. These strength gains have been forever changed. Well, weightlifting has gotten better using the Isochain. So I just wanted to show you guys that little moment when I was debating pressing that button. I was like, yo, I don't have to press that button. Remember, I was using the OG Isochain. I made my own setup. I went to Home Depot because it is what it is. You know, I went and got my own Isochain. Took about 40 bucks. If you haven't seen that, the OG Isochain video, here's a link right here. You know, for a little bit, I was noticing a difference. It is noisy out here. This dreary, cloudy crap is just, this is a typical Harrisburg, PA, man. So I go ahead and start lifting in conjunction with the OG, and the first thing I noticed was my shrugs was getting crazy. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? So that was, remember, it was all part of a selling process for me. Reading about the Isochain, just trying not to get run over. Doing the OG Isochain lifts and then combining it with the weightlifting, just to see once we start to incorporate the Isochain into the weightlifting. The first lift that went up was the shrug, but then the deadlift started going up. I'm like, yo, what the heck? The squat started going up, the lunges started going up, my curls started going up. And I'm like, if this is happening without me knowing the readout, what other value, you know, could I get off of this, the OG, and then let alone get in the Dragon Door one. So by the time it was time to buy the Dragon Door one, then I was like, okay, well, that is going to make everything so much better because now I know how much force I'm putting out, which is why I was salivating when I first bought it. Part of this video out here today in the elements is sort of twofold. It's kind of loud out here today, isn't it? Well, I wanted to tell y'all a little bit about you know, COVID and lifting, because some of y'all might still be on lockdown. You know, I'm starting to understand that the audience isn't just in America, it really is worldwide. So some of y'all don't have some of the freedoms that we do out here. You know, y'all gotta mask up. Some of y'all don't even have access to a gym. I do understand all that. So now, hey, are you vlogging? Yeah.
I'm vlogging on my iPhone, man.
Oh shit, alright, cool.
What's your YouTube channel?
YouTube is NoLimitSquad.
Let them know.
NoLimitSquad.
NoLimitSquad?
Yeah, it's a fitness channel. What's up?
What's up? Alright, my YouTube channel is Siobhan Smith.
Alright.
Yeah, so y'all check me out, but I'm gonna subscribe to you. I saw you vlogging down there earlier.
Oh shit, okay.
And I was like, yo.
Yeah.
I'm like, how long you been doing it for, man?
A little bit over a year.
Over a year and stuff?
Yeah.
That's so crazy, man. And you do fitness, is it your journey?
It's more it's half journey and half there's a new fitness product out. So I kind of do demos and exercise with it as well.
Definitely gotta check you out.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get in shape, you know what
I'm
saying?
Alright, yeah, for sure, man. I'll shout you out on it.
Thank you.
For sure, yep. If you comment, then I'll subscribe back.
No problem.
I bet.
Have a good one.
You too, man. The world is big. Isochain and the lockdowns, you know, like I said, a lot of people don't have the freedoms that we do. One of the videos that just came up, so I'm subscribed to a young lady out in Australia, and she just did a video on what it's like being in Melbourne, Australia. I'll send a link in the comment section below. Funny how we met. She's actually my YouTube rival, so this is actually a shout out to her. What's up, Joe? I mean, some people just don't have access to things, so I wanted to just make this as is kind of a, you know, from me to you, it's a little bit less about fitness today and more about giving us another option. In the grand scheme of things, I do see the Isochain as more of a piece of the puzzle, not the entire puzzle. I think the isometrics are heavily underrated as a fitness tool, like to use in our repertoire. All we know about is dynamic training, so weightlifting and cardio, but we don't really incorporate another piece of the puzzle, two pieces in my opinion, which are isometric training and flexibility, which is its own video in and of itself. We're talking about the Isochain in and of itself. Like, imagine you really are on lockdown, you have no other options, so you gotta do some type of training in your house. So what are you gonna do? Unless you're fortunate enough to have a home gym setup, I highly recommend grabbing an Isochain. Now, whether it's OG or not, you guys know that I'm an affiliate with Dragon Door. So yes, if somebody clicks the link in the description box, I do get paid for the Isochain. I mean, and that's great, but for me, it's more of spreading awareness. You know, I think anybody would appreciate the extra buck. And I do believe that the Dragon Door Isochain is superior to the OG in every way. I think we have pretty much gone over all of that in many detail at this point. You know, some people, like how I'm just vlogging right now, some people can't even do that. Like, they can't even come out here like without it, like they got a mask up in some places of the world. And I guess that video just kind of had me thinking. I was like, wow, you know, things are different in other places. Things are different. Just kind of makes you think about it. I would like to bring down the point of this video. If things ever got worse, all right, and I'm not talking about just COVID, just if for some reason you are just unable to leave the house for whatever, then I really think the Isochain is probably gonna be your best friend. You know, it's portable, but the fact that you can get some intense at-home workouts and get stupid strong in a hurry. I've said this on my Facebook a lot, but for real guys, there's not much out here that means more than your own damn strength. There really isn't. Like, your strength is everything, and I really believe that, you know, having the Isochain on your side, you know, especially in a situation like this with a lockdown, you know, now it's kind of rainy, so I don't see as many people out here. It's important just to have that plan B, just in case something happens that's out of your control. You already prepped for it, and you have a fitness device like the Isochain, because as effective as weightlifting is, what if we just didn't have access to it, you know, for a minute? And so now what? I mean, yeah, you can do calisthenics. Can you get a good ass workout with calisthenics? Hell yeah, but what if you're not able to? What if you have an injury or whatever and you just can't do it? And then enter Isochain, baby. It is just depression capital today. You know, when I was purchasing the Isochain that day over where I showed you guys there, I will say though, like, that was right around the time where I bent that bar with the Isochain. I bent my first bar into a freaking pretzel, so I had to go get another heavier and denser bar, I guess that's what you call it. Put your hands there. I'm getting a freaking isometric shoulder workout holding the camera. Screw the Isochain, just hold the vlogging camera and talk for 15 minutes and see if your freaking shoulder doesn't get jacked. Probably not a good idea to vlog while crossing the street. I didn't get smushed. All right, guys, it really isn't that bad here. It is bad. It's boring as hell. You come here to drink, work, and die. In addition to drinking, working, and dying, or sleeping, what helps keep the depression away out here is to lift, to get that workout. It was crazy out here for a minute. Now, Isochain couldn't have come at a better time. The price point really made me hesitate, and as I'm sure a lot of people. My online personal training was just starting, but it wasn't at the point where it was like sustainable or anything. So I'm just like, you know, and now I offer Isochain training online, as well as, you know, regular dynamic lifting plans and basic nutrition plans and everything like that. It was getting dicey, and like all my friends were like, yo, what are we gonna do? And I'm like, I'm low-key like, yo, I got the Isochain, the OG one. You know, what do we do? Well, check this out, check this out. Okay, maybe Harrisburg is livening up a little bit. Here we are back at the Arugas where I bought the Isochain. Buy something that, if something happens, just in case, have an extra fitness device for yourself. Never know what'll happen, yo. Just make sure you got something for you. In case some gyms close up or whatever, just make sure you got something for you. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to drop a like, go ahead and comment. If you're not yet part of the squad, hit the subscribe button, come join the squad with us. See you next video. Peace.